Hey, beautiful people, it's Rickita. I'm back with another video. So in this video, I'm going to teach you guys how you guys can get approved for over $15,000 in credit cards with only a 580 credit score. You guys can even have a lower credit score, probably going down to 550. But I want you guys to understand that this is not just one $15,000 credit card. You have a 580 credit score minimum for the people that's watching this. I don't know where your credit score is at, but we're talking 580 credit score minimum. So that means that you probably have to get about 3, 4, maybe even 5 credit cards to get to that 15,000. But I think that would be a good start for those people that want to actually build their credit. Now, everyone will be different in this, but let me show you guys how you can actually do it. So let's start off by saying I do have my Strong 75. I definitely think that you guys should check it out. This is what we're doing. We're trying to get our credit scores over 200 points almost, so 180 points total, so that you guys don't just have a 580 credit score. And even if you guys start now getting these credit cards, if you guys do what you need to do, you guys can get your credit score over that 180 points. And then once you guys do that and start getting your credit score higher and higher, then you guys will find that you guys will be able to get approved for more credit cards. You can see right here, I'm putting some results on the screen. These are results from some of my previous clients or some of my current clients. And look, they had got their credit score over 700s, and these were with secured credit cards. So what I'm going to show you now, you guys can get your credit scores higher with the Strong 75. But when you get these credit cards and you do right by these credit cards, you can build your credit score that way. And then even if you have to get 3 credit cards, you probably only got approved for 3 $5,000 credit cards. You guys can start getting approved for higher credit cards as long as you maintain those credit cards. So that's my warning to you all. So you guys can go to strongest75.com and you guys will be able to see it. And I even have a playlist where it's basically 75 days of us doing things to get their credit together. And I believe while I'm recording this, we are on day 17, day 18 actually. So definitely check it out. Now let's go and check out some of the credit cards. Now I do think that you all, when you want to get some credit cards, check out my list right here, pre-qualified with no hard inquiry. The reason why I say check this list out, because it got so many credit cards that's going to tell you yes or no without a hard inquiry. So say if you go and apply for one of the credit cards, so we go to this website, right? And we go ahead and click here. Say if you apply for one of the credit cards, and say, let's go actually scroll down and let's check out some of the credit cards. So say if you apply for the Apple Card, right? That's one of the credit cards I'm going to tell you all about. Say if you apply for the Apple Card, let's actually click on it and actually go to the Apple blog to actually see what other people are able to get approved for, at least that I have been able to track. And let me see if my limit is higher too. Yeah, my limit is higher than what is being reported, because the most we got on here is $2,500. But if you guys were to go here, you guys can apply for the Apple credit card and they're going to tell you yes or no without a hard inquiry. And if they say no, then you can go to the next credit card without any fault or any damage to your credit. But Apple card can be a great one because you guys can pre-qualify for the Apple card and it could be without a hard inquiry. Say if you guys were to get approved for like the $2,500 limit or the $2,000, you can always ask them for an increase. And what I did to ask for an increase for mine is I had to make sure that you go. It's like a way that you can communicate through the app, so you can ask them for an increase. That's exactly how you're gonna ask for an increase. You just put in there that you want to increase, fill it out, and then they should be able to tell you yes or no right there on whether or not they can give you an increase. But I think that the Apple card can be a great one for you. Another one that can be great, that can give out higher limits, is actually the Sam's Club credit card. So if you guys have a Sam's Club card, they do have a Mastercard and they do have a store card. So you guys can get approved for their Mastercard because they can give you a higher limit. Somebody said they was able to get approved for $5,000. So that can be amazing. And I just wanted to let you guys know about this, because this can be one of them cards where it's probably not your ideal, like Apple, Discover. We're going to get into Discover too, but it's still a credit card that can be a Mastercard for $5,000. And they say it works just like the Apple card. And they said that you guys can do the pre-qualification, Once they pre-qualify you for it, freeze your TransUnion credit report and then accept it. And that way you're not going to get a hard inquiry. So definitely check this one out. I think that this could be a great option for you all. You can pre-qualify for it, but you do need to have the Sam's Club membership. Another one I think would be great is the Care Credit. A lot of people sleep on the Care Credit, but this can be a stepping stone to help you guys get higher limits. And Care Credit can let you in even if you don't have the best of credit. It's another one where you can pre-qualify for it. It is on that main list where you can pre-qualify without a hard inquiry. And look at some of the approvals I see on here. $10,000. Somebody else said $10,000. My limit is higher than that too. So I definitely think that this can be a great one for you. $8,200, but they did say their credit score is over 720. But you don't know, when you look at scores too, you don't know exactly what's going on with their credit. So I wouldn't just look at them like, oh, I'm not going to get anything. Pre-qualify for it, because I remember when I first got the Care Credit card, my credit score was very low. Then it got closed due to inactivity, and my credit score was in the 500s. But then years later, I was able to get it again because I knew what I wanted to actually do with the card. So I definitely think that you guys should pre-qualify for it. Okay. And people are saying too, keep your utilization low. So look at the credit cards you already have. I do suggest that with the credit cards you have, go ahead and pay those down and pay it down as much as you can, and then start applying for these credit cards, because you got a higher chance of getting approved for a higher limit. Another one is the Discover It Cashback credit card. With the Discover It Cashback, you guys can pre-qualify for Discover credit cards in general on their website. So if you guys go to the Discover website and you guys go to the top. So this one is actually the secure card, but if you guys were just to go to their website, you guys can try to see if you can pre-qualify for their credit cards in general. So they have multiple credit cards that you guys can try to see if you can pre-qualify for. So I definitely think that Discover should be another option on pre-qualifying for their credit cards, and it's going to be without a hard inquiry. So they're going to tell you yes or no without giving a hard inquiry. And the reason why I'm putting emphasis on hard inquiries is because if you guys keep applying for their credit cards and they keep giving you the hard inquiries and they denying you, it's gonna make it harder when you go in for another credit card. So as you can see right here, they got multiple credit cards, but this is where you guys can check to see if they can pre-qualify you. No harm to your credit score because it's not a hard inquiry. So I definitely think that you guys should check that one out for sure. Another one is the BJ Perks Mastercard. I find that getting some of these store credit cards is really good for people because they have MasterCard versions of it, sometimes Visa versions of it, and it's going to be easier for you guys to get approved for it. So I definitely think that you guys should check this one out as another option. Again, you guys can pre-qualify for it without a hard inquiry. Another great one is if you guys were to check to see if you can get approved for some of the Truist credit cards. I think that this Truist one can be great for you all because they'll allow you to have multiple credit cards with them. Not only would they allow you to have multiple ones, it's a certain trick that you guys can use. Oh, it's taking too long to load it. I might have to open it up in the incognito screen just to make it so it can load faster. It's kind of acting funny. But the thing is, with them, you have multiple credit cards you can choose from. Let's just exit the page and I'll tell you guys how it works. So with them, you have multiple credit cards that you all can choose from. And when you guys go to their website, you can be able to pick which ones you want to pre-qualify for. And when you guys pre-qualify for one of the credit cards you want, before you accept that offer, go ahead and open the screen up again. Oh, it's missing. I think the Truist messed up my connection, but let me tell you what I was trying to say. But what you guys can do is go to the Truist website, go ahead and see the credit cards that they have. So I love the ones that they have with the 0% APR. Definitely check that out. But open up that credit card, pre-qualify for it. Say if they say, oh, we can pre-qualify you for the credit card. Perfect. Keep that screen open. And then go ahead and open up another tab. open up another tab and apply for another credit card that's different than that one, that's still with Truist. Apply for it. They're gonna say, oh, we can pre-qualify you for this one. You can go for a third one. I've seen people go for a third one. So go ahead and pre-qualify for that third one. And then they say, hey, we can actually give you this one too. So once you have all three tabs open, I want you to go back to the first one, accept it. Go to the second one and accept it. Go to the third one and accept it. And then that way you'll have 3 credit cards and they will come in the mail. So that is the trick with Truist, but it seems like Truist tried to mess up my stuff. So hopefully you guys were able to understand that fully.